There we go. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, what I was saying is that when I started streaming, I kinda used to come on stream at like around 10 p.m. o'clock. But I don't know, in the past 2 weeks, I was able to come on stream a bit earlier, but in these past few days, it was difficult for me to start streaming before 10. Yeah, I know it. Don't worry. But I still wanted to point it out. Tonight, I don't feel like I'm gonna see any sparkles. Let's see. Yeah, I know that it takes time to insert everything, but whenever the binder is completed, it is gonna feel good. Oh, I didn't start the... Hold on. By the way, I was not counting the Tentacool encounters, so I will have to catch up on the ones that I already did. I think I did 4 encounters, so let me go on. And also I have to start the timer. There we go. Hi Salaterv, how are you doing? How is your Snorlax aunt going? Ciao Matte. By the way, every time I say hi to an Italian person in the chat, I always say that in Italian. So just like ciao Matte. But I don't know why, every time I forget to do so for you Salater. I don't know why. I'm sticking to say like hi Salater. From the next stream I'll try to say ciao Salater instead. Just as I do for all the Italian people. By the way, before coming on stream, I forgot to fulfill the water bottle that I got nearby. So today is gonna be tough. Ciao Tiago. Oh, hi Tiago. Oh, cool. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, don't worry. Did you make any progress after the previous stream for your Euro start around? By the way, I knew I was gonna get confused after having said so. I knew it. And also because of the fact that Tiago told me in the previous stream that I had to pronounce his name in Italian, I damn. What is your predict about it? After how many encounters do you think you're gonna get it? I also like Yanmaga, but I prefer the regular form to the shiny one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I also like the shiny one, but I don't know, I don't really think that the colors match it at all. Yeah, for sure. Never in my life. Can't wait for such a thing to happen, actually. We were actually talking about it in like a stream like 3 days ago, I think. We were literally talking about a possible possible link between the Togekiss line and the Latios and Latias line. Yeah, that definitely makes you Italian. And it also never happened to me. Either the first ever encounter of the session. It never happened to me, thank goodness. Oh, so you meant during the process of the like shiny hunt. I thought you were referring to the like about having a shiny on screen. By the way, I'd say that it actually never happened to me. But it happened to me that the console like froze while I was playing through the game, and I went crazy. Actually, it happened to me a decent amount of time actually, because I got this. This one is a like. It happens that if you touch it in like in the wrong way, it freezes. And while you are just playing through the game, just to get to the end of the game and be able to set up all the hounds, and you waste 2 hours of work. I started saving after, every 30 minutes after that thing happening. No, I didn't know how tall Natu was actually. That's good to know. Yeah, that's the soft lock tentacle. And what is super cool is that I'm not actually soft locked right now, because you just need to have a single Pokemon in the world file, excluding the daycare. But the only Pokemon that I got right now is Larias that can learn fly, so I'm not soft locked at all. But you just need to have a single Pokemon, so it works. Oops. Yeah, I think so. I mean, right now I can't go to the Safari Zone because I already unlocked every area of the game, so it definitely does. I mean, in the end we can agree about this soft lock being just something that you can also unlock, even if you're not soft locked at all. Yeah, go for it. You're gonna clutch it with only one device tonight. He is going for the Euro starters. By the way, we are not even that far from 5 times the odds. Only 5Ks and a half left. Tiago, you forgot the most important one. This one. It also looks good. No, bro, you have to evolve it. No. What does that even mean, that you're gonna keep it as a Quilava? Bro, Shiny type version looks super good in my opinion. My boy, it's my boy. You can talk shit about it. No, not at all. I think I'm gonna find it before May. I mean, I hope so. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that saying that I'm gonna find it before May would be reasonable. Also because tomorrow I won't be on stream, and also the day after, so it will be pretty difficult for me to find it before like the end of March. Yeah, by the way, yeah, I really said it. I mean, I would be okay. I mean, if I'm also going, like, if I'm going further than May, It would be pretty bad as a situation. Literally. Oh, alright. I don't agree, but I mean, you're fine, of course. I've always been in love so much with Typhlosion. So much. Such a simple design. That one is literally the type of Pokemon that I like. Bro, if I was reaching December, it would mean that I would be not only over 100,000 resets, but I'd say even 110. I don't know, because I still don't know how many days per week I will be able to hunt in the future, but I mean, I think I will be able to hunt at least 4 of them. It would be broken actually to get it on April Fools. This is getting worse, like second after second. December 2025. Imagine. I think, by the way, guys, I think that if if this Latios is gonna make it up to like September, I'm gonna be in the history of shinyhunting. Also because the whole journey has been like played on stream. It would be the worst thing ever, actually. Can you guys tell me the odds for someone to go over 100,000 encounters without a single shine? I don't think I will be hunting in that like exact day. I mean, I could actually. A streaming in like across the 2 years would be huge. I mean, I don't even think that I will have that much stuff to do that day, but huge. I would also love to have an iconic day on the like history of my shiny Pokemon, like on the infos that it shows when you get to the party. It would be good, but I don't think I have like any special day. Yeah, I mean, in the end, the special days are like the 25th of December, the 31st of December, the 1st of January, the 1st of April, and that's it. Like the iconic like days. That's a good question. I choose Chimchar for the... I mean, it has been my first ever Pokemon in Pearl. Yeah, Tentacool in Soul Silver. I think I picked up Snivy in Black. I don't remember in Black 2. Might have been Tapig. Gen 6 Froakie is the best one by far. And yeah, Gen 3 Charmander. But I mean, I played Gen 3 pretty late, so it doesn't really count. But I would have chosen Charmander for sure. Yeah, so did I. I don't know. Tell me the exact percentage. I wanna know. Monferno is a unique first ever Pokemon actually. It's pretty difficult to use a Monferno as your first ever Pokemon. So it is like good. Alright. Now it makes sense. Yeah, I trust you, but because of the fact that there was not the comma, I thought it was a meme. By the way, I'll be honest, I've never been that much of a fan of Tapig, just because I'm like so much in love with Pokemons that are like fast. So I mean fast and also like slim, not tanks. So Ember has never been like my Pokemon, but as a shiny, I mean, but also the design looks good. But I think that one is my least favorite fire type starter up to Gen 5, because Delphox is behind, definitely. I pressed the wrong button. And also, yeah, thinking about the other fire starters. I'm in love with Incineroar so much. I don't like Scorbunny. I don't know if Scorbunny is the name of the last form, but you know what I mean. I don't even remember how does the second phase of Fuecueco look, so I won't cover it. I mean, shouldn't it be a crocodile? Kinda. I think it was decent. Yeah. By the way, I think that Froakie, so I mean Greninja, will forever be one of my favorite starters ever. It would be cool to do like a top 3 of my favorite starters, up to Gen 5 of course. I mean up to Gen 6 because I want to also include Greninja. But I'd love also to include Incineroar, but I've never used it. I don't even know the moveset. I just know how it looks, and it looks amazing. But if I had to do a top 3, I'd say... I mean, I don't know which one I would put in the first place. I'm just gonna say the Pokemon that I would include in top 3. For sure Greninja, and also Charizard. Super based, but it is what it is. And then, I don't know, I'm for sure excluding the Gen 5 starters. I like them, but not that much to put them in my top 3. Might go for Feraligatr here. I don't know, because I'm also super in love with Empoleon and Infernape. That's an hard one actually. Hold on, let me change the time in the Tentacool file, because when I was off stream, I had to change the time because I was doing I had to do something for... I had to take a screenshot in a dark like in the darkness for a layout that I was doing, so the time is not correct. So yeah, 10 o'clock. I mean, almost 11 o'clock. There we go. Oh, top 3 shiny starters. Only thinking about the base form. I'm always gonna talk about the up to Gen 6 because I don't know the other ones. Let me actually see shiny Fennekin because I don't remember it. Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I have to put Fennekin actually. I would say I'm not saying them in order. I'm just doing a brainstorming. Fennekin for sure. Then I might go for Trico. It got a unique color. And I might go for Totodile. Turtwig looks good, but doesn't look enough good to be in the top 3 in my opinion. In my opinion, Totodile deserves this spot 100%. It got such a good looking combination. I don't know, Torchic is too simple, in my opinion. Never been like a huge fan of Shiny Torchic. Yeah, I know Litten. Is one of the few of the newest Pokemons, even if it's not new, that I know. It is white. I also know Rowlet, but I mean I don't want to include generations that I've never played in my top. But yeah, Litten looks super good. I'm in love with white shinies. But I don't know, the shiny form of Popplio, isn't it like a darker blue? Because back in the day I've seen some shiny reactions about about those starters, so I kinda had the memory. But I mean it has been a while ago that I've seen them. Yeah, darker blue. Alright. I mean, it changed a little bit. The only thing that I remember about like the changes between the regular and the shiny Popplio is the darker blue, just because I didn't pay that much attention to the colors, and I've also seen just one video about that shiny in my entire life, so I just had the memory of it being a darker blue. But I didn't remember at all about the nose and all the other things. I remember that the Rowlet shiny form should be like a sort of like strange green, almost like light blue. I have no clue on how to define that color, but I remember how it is colored. That's super cool. What a cool find. Guys, I'm gonna drop an hot take right now. I like how shiny Zapdos looks. Worst 3 shiny starters. I've never really liked shiny Squirrel, actually. I'd put it in my least favorite tree. The shiny form, of course. Then let me see. I have no idea how different does it look in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, in my honest opinion, looks good. That slightly darker, like yellow, it is almost orange. I like it. But going back to the previous topic, I'd say, other not good looking shinies, shiny stars. I've never even been a huge fan of shiny Froakie. I don't know. Might put it also in the flop tree. Yeah, exactly. And I would also say Piplup. I love so much Empoleon, but Piplup was not enough. In my honest opinion, Chikorita looks good. I'm not a Chikorita fan, but it doesn't deserve the flop tree. I don't know, Torchic is mid for me. I don't really care about it. I will for sure get it in the future. And I like shiny Blaziken, but Torchic doesn't bother me. But I wouldn't put it in my flop tree. Yeah, I'm super in love with my Empoleon, with my shiny Empoleon. So much. It looks so better than the normal one. I don't know, I kinda think that that color suits Bulbasaur. I've never been... I think I liked it. I like it, yeah. And also, I got it right here, right there. My boy. I got the whole family. Sadly, not shiny, but still looks good. I have to be honest, and like while growing up, I started appreciating more Bulbasaur and also Venusaur. I'd say that 10 years ago I wasn't caring about it at all, but I think that is one of the best starters. It looks incredibly good in my opinion. The whole line. I don't know if I would put it in my top 5, but it looks pretty good. Considering also the fact that, as I said before, I prefer Pokemons that are super fast, and that one is a sort of tank. So considering also that, I have to say that it is in my heart right now. Even if it is not like my type. I think that's okay. I really like Serperior. It looks so nobile as a Pokemon. I've always seen it in that way, especially the shiny form. That super dark blue that they colored it with is perfect on that, on that Pokemon. By the way, if I had to do a top 3 of my, like, the final form of these starters as a shiny, because I think that the one I did before was not for the shinies, because I don't remember if I said it for the shinies, because if I did so, I excluded Ember, and that was an error. Because I would for sure put Ember in my, I mean, in the top 3 of the shiny stars up to Gen 6. So I wanted to, if we wanted to talk about the last form, I'd say Ember and Greninja for sure. I mean, I think I won't put Charizard in just because it's black, just as Greninja. And between them two, I prefer Greninja, so I'm gonna put it. And the third one, I might go for Alligator again. I mean, because I went for Totodile before. It looks incredibly good, but also Sceptile looks good. Yeah, I like Swampert. I mean, I've never been a super fan of that Pokemon. I'm okay with it, but I'm not gonna consider the shiny form because it is like too simple. It doesn't have anything special in my opinion. And if I'm doing a top 3 that is super exclusive as a yeah, as a sort of like grading, Mega Swampert looks kinda badass actually. I have to agree. I mean, it's not ever gonna be one of my favorite Pokemons, but it looks good. By the way, yeah, I think that my top 3 would be Greninja, Ember, not in order, because in order would be Ember first place for sure, by far the best one, in my honest opinion. Especially if you use it like in Gen 6 or beyond. Yeah, also Incineroar. But yeah, up to Gen 6 I would put Feraligatr, yeah. Yeah, it has to be traumatizing to be like used to hound, like to be used to do a specific count with multiple devices and then going back to a single device. I've never experienced such a thing. Oh, do you mean in general? That's a difficult one. I'm gonna for sure include Dugong. It amazes me that it literally doesn't change. That thing bothered me so much. Ciao Shaka. But after Diogong, I don't know, because there are so many. I mean, there are so many Pokemons, I don't want to say that so many bad final forms. I mean, if there are actually so many bad final forms. Oh, starters, alright. That's definitely better. Starters. The worst 3 final forms. Let me double check a thing. I was literally double checking Blastoise. But I don't know, I have to think about it before putting my flop 3. Oh, that's difficult. I would say Torterra. Don't like it at all as a shiny. Super sad because I'm in love with Torterra as a Pokemon. Yeah, I would also agree on Chesagnaut. And then might go because I'm thinking I have to choose between one of the following 2, Samurott and Blastoise. Because Samurott looks good, but it was not enough for me. It has always hurted me that they didn't color it in a better way. But also Blastoise, because in the end I like how Samurott looks, but I don't like the fact that it had potential and they wasted it. But in the end it looks good, so I'd say Blastoise. I literally have no clue about the last one you wrote, Salatel. I'm gonna check it out. I've never heard that name. I might have seen the Pokemon though. Oh yeah, I think I've seen it before. Let me see the regular one. I mean, it doesn't look that bad though. I've also always been a bit disappointed about the shiny Blaziken, because I also think that they wasted potential with it. But I mean, in the end, still looks good. I'd say that Duot is way better as a Pokemon than Samurott, based on its look. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Samurott, but it doesn't fit the line, and we already covered this topic. It really doesn't fit the line. So Duot is more appropriated as a Pokemon. But Samurott is a pretty good one. It has always reminded me a little bit of Keldeo. Let me check it out. Oh wow. It looks super great. I like it. Yeah. It looks super great. I've always been in love with Ursaring because of the anime that I used to watch when I was a child. I mean, I used to love every single Pulse Pokemon. Literally, I was a fanboy. But I don't like at all the shiny form. But the Pokemon itself, in my opinion, looks pretty good. And also Teddy Ursa. I like both of them. What do you mean by saying the Zoroark one? Is there another form of Zoroark? Like a newest form? Let me see. Ursaluna. Is it even related to Ursaring? It is good looking though. It looks pretty good. I'm finding out things tonight. Let me see the Zoroark one. Oh, it looks majestic. Is this one, I mean the purple one, the shiny form? It looks super good. Yo, they killed it. It reminds me so much of Ninetales. me also check out the other Ursaring. The other Ursaluna. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's the one that I already checked. Alright. I thought that there was another, an additional form. Yeah, I have to agree. Shiny Zorua looks better than Shiny Zoroark, but both of them are top tier. Are top tier shinies. By the way, we are slowly grinding for this Tentacool. We reached 1,000 just 2 days ago. I think it was more than 2 days ago. Might have been 3. I don't know. Yeah, 3 hunting sessions ago. Oh, best shinies in Gen 5. You're always like dropping difficult questions. First one, I'd say Volcarona, just because it is in my second place of my top 10. Volcarona looks amazing. I'm just gonna spam like random shinies that I think that look good from Gen 5. So I'd say, yeah, Zorua and Zoroark for sure. Cofagrigus, yeah. Terrakion. I also like Bishop, but it is too simple to be like on the tier S. Yeah, Chandelure, but I gotta be honest, I prefer the regular form to the shiny one. Then, yeah, Amber for sure. And then yeah, Genesect, yeah, for sure. It got such a strange color. I mean, not a strange color, but I mean a color that is not that common. Also Gigalit, I'd say for sure top tier. I also like Leopard. The shiny form, of course. The regular one, not that much. I mean, it's a cool Pokemon, but the shiny form looks good. I don't know if I would put in my like tier S. Yeah, I already mentioned it. It looks pretty good. And then Scolipede, yeah, for sure. There are so many. The Pokédex from Gen 5 is plenty of good Pokémons. Axelgor, I've always been in love with it. I mean, not always, because back in the day it was, it used to be not a super common Pokemon to see during a playthrough. So when I was a child, I didn't even knew how the shiny form was. How was it colored? But now I'm aware of how good it looks, and it looks super good. And then I'd say that that's it actually. I think I mentioned already the best ones. Also, shiny Excadrill has something. I don't know if it's enough to put it in the like super top, but I like it. Yeah, Sigilyph is alright, but how could I forget about Axorus? And also Fraxio. Both of them look pretty good. I would say that Fraxure looks better, honestly. I think that also Itran looks pretty good. But at this point we are just talking about good looking shinies and not the tier S from Generation 5. Because yeah, I think that I already... Oh, also Litwick. I put also Litwick in the tier S. Yeah, Generation 5 is broken. Can't believe I still... I never went for something in Gen 5. To me, the Pokemon is pretty mid, but the shiny form looks pretty good. I also like Kildeo as a shiny, and also as a regular Pokemon. It looks amazing in my opinion. They literally picked up one of the characters of My Little Pony and threw it in a Pokemon game. Oh, by the way, also Shiny Victini. Shiny Victini is a tier S for me. Can we all agree about the monkeys being like super bad looking? I'd say that the only one that looks good, I'm referring to the first phase, because I'm not even talking about the base forms, and I'm also referring also to the regular one. I'm just talking about the sprites. The only one that looks good is Simian Sage, in my honest opinion. Simian Poor and Simian Sphere look super bad. By the way, I wanna know what you think about Terrakion as a shiny. To me it looks super good. Super good. Talking about my least favorite shiny Pokemons from Generation 5. If I had to pick 5, let's choose a random number. I don't know, I don't really... I've never been that much into Throw. It doesn't look good at all in my opinion. Soak is already better, but if we are talking about the shiny forms, they are like before mid. But if I had to pick like my flop 5 shiny Pokemons from Generation 5, I would for sure put the Crocodile line in it. I don't like it at all. That's unfortunate because I've always been in love with Crocodile as a Pokemon itself. But like in my opinion, the colors, I don't know. I already said it in my streams that I was a bit disappointed about that Crocodile. But by the way, I didn't mention the Tortuga. Shiny Tortuga looks pretty good. It got a super good looking color. By the way, going on with the not good looking shiny Pokemons from Gen 5. I would also put... I mean, I'm not even talking about Basculin because it is already in there. I would say probably... Yeah, Boulder. I mean, Boulder and the wall line. I mean, not the wall line. Boulder and Gigalith. Roggenrola is kinda bad. But yeah, Boulder and Gigalith are broken. Super unique. By the way, I'd say that one of the... I mean, I would also put the Woobat line in my flop 5. And I would also put Venipede. So we are already at 3. I mean 4 because of the Basculians. And then I don't know actually, because now that I think about it, they didn't do a great job with the base forms in terms of shiny forms. There are so many of them that don't look good at all. For example, Carablast. But also, like, Axio, they don't really have a color. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It is pretty common in Gen 5 that they got that sort of strange color. I have no idea on how to describe it actually. I don't know. Yeah, Dradigon has to be the... yeah, in the flop 5 for sure. I forgot about it at the beginning. It might be the worst one from Generation 5. It literally is terrible. He's fucking awful. I think that Shiny Watchog looks pretty good. And also Patrat. Patrat looks super good. It is in my tier S. I forgot about it. Patrat looks insanely good. I wish they did more for Timber and like the wall line, because as I said in the previous stream, I'm in love with it. Timber, like specifically, I'm super in love with that sprite. A Pokemon that I've never really liked is Gothitelle, actually. I never really understood that Pokemon. I prefer Shiny Mienfoo between them two, but I mean both of them look look okay. More than okay. Look good, I'd say. By the way, also Garbodor is in my tier S shinies from the Generation 5. And also, it is super good looking. I already talked about it in the previous stream. I'm super in love with Trubbish and Garbodor. And I'm not saying this just because everyone says that they don't look good. I really think that they look good. Never understood why people hate on them. I mean, I wouldn't say best Pokemon, but it's in my top tier. Also the concept. It reminds me a little bit, a very little bit of Weezing. Just because of the toxicity of it as a being. Yeah, I kinda agree on Stunfisk. But I kinda feel sorry for him. It doesn't deserve it. It doesn't deserve it. I mean, it doesn't deserve to be like that bad looking. Poor my boy Stunfisk. He did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. Shiny Timple. No. It got a strange color. It's not common. But it is, in the end, it is too simple. I'm okay with it, but it's not on my top tier. I think that I already checked it out during a stream, but I'm gonna check it out again. Let me see. Oh yeah. I already saw it. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. The first time I saw it, I instantly thought about Heracross. But yeah, I like it. By the way, we're almost to 35,600. Oh really? Let's go, congrats. Did you have it already, or is this one the first time you got it? I remember the first time I got the Pokerus. I don't know if it was the first time because I kinda have a memory of me getting it when I was a child, but I don't know, because I also used to like transfer Pokemons with my friends, so I don't know, but I'm sure that the latest time I got my Pokerus was when I was grinding levels for my Darkrai. It was a regular Darkrai, a Darkrai that I was using for my playthrough just to change the Pokemons every once in a while. And I got it while I was like hard grinding for the speed EVs in the Victory Road. I was destroying any Golbat that was coming in front of me, and yeah, when at some point I was just checking the stats of Darkrai and I noticed it got Pokerus. Yeah, I kind of like the color combination that it got. That sort of dirty white together with the pink. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I have to agree. But I think that I will ever think that the best good looking Pokemon that is colored by pink will always be Ampharos. When I was a child, like it was, yeah, when like Black and White firstly came out, I was super in love with the Reuniclus. It was one of my favorite Pokemons ever. I was drawing it in every single paper, was like coming through my hands. I was super in love with that Pokemon. It looked incredibly unique in to my eyes back in the day. I also like it right now. But I mean, I really like every single Pokemon from Gen 5. I really think that the only ones that I don't like might be Basculin. And I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about the base forms, as long as they are gonna turn in something good. But the only Pokemons that I've never really liked about Gen 5, apart from the monkeys, but in the end, I mean you can get away with them. But I'd say that I've never liked Tranquil. I mean, not Tranquil, Unpheasant, but the whole Pidove line, apart from the Unpheasant that is masked, apart from it, the other ones are... The whole line is bad, in my opinion. The worst bird they ever made. I have never liked that much Golurk. It was, I mean, the concept was alright, that sort of Titan, but I don't know, doesn't really remind me of a Pokemon. Yeah, it doesn't really have a good shiny. Yeah, I gotta agree. But I like the line, so I'm not gonna include it in my flop Generation 5 Pokemons in general. Yeah, Shiny Sewaddle looks good. Yeah, I agree. It is the better looking one from the line for sure. And also other Pokemons that I've never really been into from Gen 5 might be... At the beginning I was not that much into Mandibuzz, but after the first 2 weeks that the game got released, I was already into it. It looks pretty good actually. I've never really liked that much Dradigon itself. Not even, I mean, I'm not strictly referring to the shiny form. It looks horrible, the shiny form, but also the regular one might be one of the only dragons that I have not ever been that much into. And then in the end, I'd say, I don't know, I've never... I mean, I'm okay with Rufflet. Yeah, Braviary kills it for sure. I might also include Durant, but I don't know, it got something in the end. I'm okay with it. I just say Gotitel, and that's it. Theory, I mean, not a theory, but something that I've always thought is that I've always felt like they weren't putting that much effort into grass type Pokemons. Not referring to the starters, I'm talking about all the other grass Pokemons. I mean, not all the other ones, but there are so many that are just, I mean, I look at them and I think about them as like random stuff, literally. I mean, imagine like thinking about Sunflora, Opip, and all their line. I mean, when you think about Pokemons, those Pokemons, I'm not only referring to the one I said, but I'm also referring to Petitil. I mean, no one thinks about them. I don't know if you got my point, but it is pretty strange. I've always, I've never like, never thought about them, never considered them that much. And that's not because I'm like a grass type hater, because I'm not. But I don't know, they, in my honest opinion, they literally have never put that much effort into them. I don't know. I also preferred Cacnea, but I'm kinda okay with Cacturne actually. Have you ever thought about a possible link between like the Cacturne line and Maractus? Because I personally did. In the end they are pretty different, but they got something in common. Apart from being like grass type. By the way, I like psychic Pokemons. Yeah, I mean, in the end, the majority of the Pokemons is comparatively weak. I mean, I wouldn't say weak, but they for sure don't belong to the overused like class. But yeah, I wouldn't say weak. Weak is too much. Back in the day, I used to like so much Seismitoad actually. Now it doesn't really bother me. I mean, it looks okay. But back in the day, I was such a fan. It feels pretty strange. By the way, am I the only one that is a fan of Among Us as a Pokemon? In my opinion, it looks good. I mean, Among Us and I'm on the wall line. Don't worry, Thiago. Have a good one. And enjoy the stream, the next stream. I mean, the Absol stream. By the way, I wanna know your thoughts about what I said about the grass types Pokemons in general. Because I really always felt like that when it came to grass type Pokemons actually. By the way, also Yamask looks pretty good. They all look good. There is nothing we can do. We are just here listing them one by one in the end. They all look good. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm also okay with them, with the grass type Pokemons, like the not the super popular ones. Let's say. Yeah, yeah, of course, Tropius. But I'm talking about the. I'm not talking about the like the huge Pokemons. I'm talking about those small Pokemons. I used to think about them just as a bunch of random Pokemons that I've never cared about. Even if I like Sunflora as a Pokemon, also Bellossom, they look okay, but they are not unique. I don't know. There are so many Pokemons that look better. I don't know. It is pretty difficult. I was not referring to all the grass type Pokemons, but I was just referring to a niche of grass types. Because this feature that I'm talking about is only like applying to that type. But by saying so, I don't mean that all the grass types are like built in that way. But whenever I think to yeah, exactly, that's what I meant. There are so many that are really useless and people don't even care about, and that's pretty sad actually, because they also got potential, but they're like incredibly weak. Like imagine using a Jumpluff during a playthrough. Imagine. No one does. I mean, yeah, and that's actually the same also for water types. Yeah. This concept applies to both of them. Because all of these Pokemons are Pokemons that I'm talking about the water types, that in the end you are able to unlock both of them at the same time almost, because of the rods. Whenever you get the good rod or the super rod, you unlock all of them, but because of the fact that you have to go through the water or you have to fish for them, people actually used to forget about them, in my honest opinion. Also Octillery. Octillery is such a cool Pokemon as a design, but no one really cares about it. And I also used not to care about it in the past. And it also got a good shine. But also, yeah, Barboach, Whiscash, there are so many of them. All these Pokemons, you are only able to find them in the water. It's not like Quagsire that you can also find in the grass. This amazes me actually. I mean, I don't know. To me, it is not really an excuse, the fact that there are so many of them. I got what you mean, but in my opinion, they had to like use all the potential they could without like dropping random fishes in the water just like that. I mean, in the end, they are fishes, so you can't find them in the grass. I know it, but I don't know. They could have done something more, in my opinion. Best grass types. So, let's see. I've always been a fan of Roserade. I've never liked that much the wall line, but I've always been in love with Roserade. Whenever I get a shiny Roserade, I will nickname it Lady Oscar. don't ask me why, but I've always thought about it. It might be because of the flowers. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever seen the cartoon. Yeah, also Tropius looks pretty good. I like it. I mean, it is almost a dragon, so apart from Dradigon, I have to like it. And then I don't know. I also like Whimsicott so much. It is an underrated one, but it looks so freaking good in my opinion. And I also like the shiny form. By the way, were you referring to the shiny forms of the grass types? By the way, I used a repel by mistake. Were you referring to the shiny forms or the regular ones? Because I was talking about the regular ones actually. By the way, about the grass types, it is difficult actually. Let me get some papers with all of them, or a bit, at least some of them. Oh, how could I forget about it? I've always been in love with Ludicolo. Oh my god, it stole my heart. So much. Then also, yeah, also Among Us. I don't know, it looks pretty. It is weird as a Pokemon. I don't know, I don't really like the line. Also, Executor. I've always been in love with it. Always. I kind of think that everyone does. Breloom, of course. And also Shroomish. It also looked good. Shiftry. I also like it. I put it in my Shiny Dream Team Quest competitive edition. Is the Alolan one the one with the like super long neck? I also like Parasect. And also Cacturne. I mean Cacnea, not Cacturne, sorry. Cacturne is okay, but I agree with Thiago, it was a waste of potential. So I'm not gonna include it in my top. I mean, not in my top, but in my favorite ones. By the way, I wish that Wormadam never existed. And also that fucking garbage of Burmy. One of the Pokemons that I've... worst Pokemons ever. Literally. Oh, by the way, also Celebi. Celebi, I don't know, the regular form really reminds me of a vegetable. Do you know the thing that Farfetch'd got in his wing? It kinda reminds me of a bigger, of whatever that is. I don't like Durling. I like Soulsbuck. It looks pretty sick, but Durling, not at all. I don't really like those Pokemons that... yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't really like the Pokemons that change form based on the season. Never been that much into that type of thing. But I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna pass the Southback because it got such a good design in all its forms. I mean, I wouldn't say that isn't it the spring form, the one with the flowers, the pink flowers? That one might be the one that I like the least, but I like it as a Pokemon overall. Yeah, I was literally saying that Celebi is literally what Farfetch'd got in his wings, but bigger. And that's facts. You can tell me otherwise. Is the Galarian one... I mean, doesn't it have a sword? Am I tripping? Oh yeah, I forgot about Shaymin. Yeah, it is also... I mean, I wouldn't say the best grass Pokemon. I mean, the best looking Pokemon of the grass type. I prefer the Sky form. But I mean, it is one of my favorite ones, but it's not the best one in my opinion. Yeah, by the way, I've always liked Farfetch'd as a Pokemon, and I already saw the other... Yeah, the other, like, forms. It looks pretty good, actually. I'm super glad that I found one in my Wismo round. Definitely. That one was one of the ones that I wanted to have, together with Miltank. I mean, I kinda wanted to collect everything from that area. I wish I didn't found that many of them. Not referring to Farfetch'd, I'm referring to Miltank and Diro right now. But in the end, it is where it is. I'm satisfied with the journey. By the way, yeah, I'm kinda a supporter of the Sky form. I mean, I prefer it compared to the regular one. By the way, yeah, Salzbach fuck looks pretty good. Looks so damn good. I don't even know how does it look as a shiny. I mean, it depends, because in the end, we are almost to a 50-50, but if we also consider all the base forms, because pretty much all the base forms of the grass types don't really look good. I'm okay with Gogot, but I've never been that much of a supporter of it. Skiddo doesn't look good. Gogot looks better, but it's a bit more than mid to me. But yeah, in the end the design is pretty okay. Cacnea is one of the best base forms if it comes to grass types, in my honest opinion. And also Bulbasaur. It looks pretty good. As I said, I started to like it a bit late, but it looks good. I think that the wall Squirrel line is the one I like the least from Kanto. I mean, from these starters from Kanto. I wish that the like the Blastoise cannons were bigger. In my opinion, it would have completely changed the whole look of the shiny. By the way, guys, I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I'm getting to 700 and I'm gonna go off stream. Let me check it out. Scoville Lane. Is it like a Super Mario character? Yeah. Does it have any evolution? Or is it an evolution itself? I don't like the wall line at all. Only 10 Latioses to go. I mean 12, because I'm gonna trick the game. If only it worked. By the way, I think that I already saw the base form of that line. I think a friend of mine told me about it and I checked it out, but I didn't know about the evolution. Liaflon is pretty okay. It is said that it's pretty weak. And I have also never liked that much the shiny form, but it looks pretty delicate as a Pokemon. I like it. Yeah. I like pretty much all the evolutions. The one that I might like the least might be Glaceon, even if I used to like it so much back in the day, but I just think that the earths are too big. They could have, I mean, in my honest opinion, they could have done way better with an ice type evolution. With, for example, some pieces of ice that was coming out from the body, stuff like that. Like similar to Jolteon, I don't know the pronunciation. I kinda like Flareon actually. In my opinion, he's one of the better looking ones. And I'm serious about it. It reminds me so much of a dog. I also like Sylveon. It came up pretty good for a fairy Pokemon. But my favorite one is gonna be Vaporeon, and it will always be. I'm gonna do the very last encounter right now. Let's see if we are clutching the whole thing out right now. Let me get to the Latios. There we go. It's time. Guess what? Nothing again. By the way, guys, I had so much fun during this stream, as always. Yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Super happy you enjoy, and I hope you will stick to my lives even in the future. So with that being said, I won't be on stream tomorrow and also the day after, so we're gonna catch back on Saturday. That being said, thank you so much for watching and have a good one.